So my name's George. I'm currently 1/30th of the team at AeroCloud, and we centralize airport data. And what I say for people that understand that is that we provide airports with a crystal ball by the medium of software using AI and machine learning to help them predict the future and look at what's happening right now to increase the predictability of what they do and what they have to deal with on a daily basis.
So 1/30, so you guys are pretty new.
Yeah, so we are been in the European market about a year now, but prior been in the US about 3 years. And this market is quite difficult to tap into and to grow. And after the last couple of customers, we've really been able to accelerate our growth.
So what problems are you solving for customers then?
So we're airports are a complex environment, so we specialise at the moment in regional airports and small to medium-sized airports, as large as Tampa International, one of our customers, and as small as 100 pax airports, giving them access to centralise all of the data into one place through an unlimited user licence to create one single source of the truth, to help them with capacity planning, flight information display, and effectively give them access to better decision making in real time.
You touched on a couple of the things that you can look at there. What sort of information can the data tell us? If I'm running an airport day to day, how are you going to help me?
Yeah, so we do all of the traditional things that you'll see from other vendors, so what your flight service schedule looks like, flight information. We're now starting to look at sustainability, so allocating gates off runways that are free rather than having to taxi down the terminal, how to maximize retail inside of airports for gates for departures of flights from different countries and continents to maximize revenues from either premium stores or convenience stores for domestic flights for whatever. So we're having a new look at what AI and machine learning can do to optimize not only passenger revenue but operational efficiency and sustainability.
I mean, it sounds like some of this is almost solving problems that people didn't know they had. People assume that, well, this is just the way an airport runs, but you're like, there's a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't say that necessarily ops directors and directorship of airports didn't know that they had these problems. I just don't think that they've had a technology partner with deep tech and a platform that's been able to solve them. And I think that that's the key, and what interests me about this industry is I'm not necessarily from this industry. I've been studying this industry for the last 6 years. My co-founder, Ian Ford-Smith, built one of the very early AODB infrastructure products called Chroma. And then when he came back into the industry and we met after exiting a prior company, I was asking why. So I was the naive one. Why do they do things this way? Why is procurement this way? Why is scalability this way? And how can we use the cloud to leverage this? So we use his exceptional knowledge to help build that platform. And then I've sort of had the easy job of selling a very good product. So I've been able to scale it with him. And I don't think it's really been, back to the start of your question, I don't really think it's been people who have not been able to solve these issues. I just think they haven't found a vendor that can solve them, and that's hence why our rapid growth.
And it's all cloud-based. I mean, it sounds like an obvious question, but why is that such a benefit?
Well, it's such a benefit because it's so scalable, and combine that with an unlimited user license, we're giving tiered security access to all users in the airport, from janitorial right the way through to airport director level. It means that you can run your airport from wherever you are, from your mobile device, from your iPad, your Android tablet, etc., etc. But it's just scalable and so much less cost than having an on-prem legacy-based solution that's very difficult to service. You have to update version history. We can get into the system, make changes very, very quickly, and we're running a sprint cycle of every 2 weeks. So the customers that are onboarded onto our platform are getting the benefit every single sprint cycle of version releases without disrupting daily use of the system.
And just a thought, I mean, you were saying you've sort of got more of a history in the US, relatively new in the European market. A tough one to crack. What are the big challenges here?
The big challenges in Europe are there's lots of competition doing very similar things, and they all push sort of the traditional acronyms. We like to think of those slightly differently. We call it intelligent airport management. We use AI in the base of everything we do, and we're the only true cloud-native platform that are competing on all of these different levels. And that's difficult. I think the way that airports are set up and the current market means that the barriers to entry are quite high, and we couldn't do that without the investment that we've had into our business, and we couldn't necessarily do it with the organic growth that we've had or would have had. So we needed to accelerate that with a fail-fast approach, trying different things. And yes, we've only got one current European reference, but if you look at the last 18 months, we've done 17 deals in the US alone. So I know that we can build from here.
I mean, yeah, the way you describe it it very much sounds like the future. So no, it sounds like an exciting prospect. Can I just ask you, while I got you here in this room, I don't know if you've been to this event, what's your sort of sense of being here and actually meeting people and being back real life?
Absolutely. A couple of answers, maybe to take that a little bit off, is that I have been to this conference twice before. I've never exhibited at this conference. This is by far the largest investment that AeroCloud's done in a conference to date. And I'm extremely happy with where we're at right now with the attendance that we've had. I think it's been brilliant. We're obviously right next to and in the thick of it as well, which was deliberate, and it puts our business in the shop window. It increases the need for us to perform and to complete our missions. But I think that the trends that we're seeing right now is that the small to medium-sized airports are growing absolutely rapidly. They need scalable solutions. They need scalable solutions that they can implement in a very short space of time, and we're best suited to do that. And I'm really enjoying the conversations that I'm having. And I would say that we'd definitely be back next year with a similar setup.